created by a bunch of randos in a Discord call. First, there was pain, but that faded. Then there was some kind of joy that also faded. Finally, there was numbness and apathy. Ultimately, even that faded. What is going on? Oh! Through space and time.
The winds intertwine.
My stars. Your fate is known.
These are the words.
Water and air combine. Magic will be mine.
Your fate is mine.
Infinite.
Souls.
Flashing images swirled around me. They had shape this time. Some were like books with flying pages. Others flashing me images on a swirl screen. Scenes of world, images, things, and people that I knew not. Never long enough to study them. Never long enough to know exactly what I'm seeing. Huh? I had hands. When I waved at the screen, it shifted, moved in a pattern following my hand. Oh, I had a full form this time. I looked around, but there wasn't much to see. It was like the physical tingle and numbness my body felt, made manifest. Alone on a solitary platform, in the middle of a static channel.
Oh, look at him! He's figuring it out.
Oh, you're still here.
Of course I am.
I can leave. Didn't realize I said that out loud.
I can still hear you. You wouldn't want me gone because look at you. You went through quite the hassle today, huh?
You saw all that.
Of course. What a bad question.
I looked around for the source of the voice. There was no one beside me. I peered into the static, hoping for a glimpse. But at first, I saw nothing. But then it laughed. That was it.
Oh, you're really catching on now.
The way it fizzled, the way it moved. I could just barely make out a form, like a large, toothy smile on the fritz, looming over me, massive, grinning, but haunting.
I smirk.
I mean, thank you. Who are you talking to?
Who's there?
Only you in here.
If you saw everything, then why didn't you do anything?
Bad question. Again. Who says I didn't?
What do you want me to
You're on your own.
Who are you? Why must we keep on doing this?
Bad. These are the questions you're going to ask? Get a load of this guy.
Maybe we cut him some
What a
slack.
dork. You're clearly in my mindscape. So are you some sort of split personality?
Of course not.
Obviously.
I mean, really, what's the difference anymore?
I mean, who's really saying? Then are you some sort of AI? My operating system?
That's the bot. I already told you who I am. I am I.
Then God.
Oh, no. Not yours. Absolutely not.
Then why are you here?
Who are you? What are you? How did you get here? And on and on and on and on. Who are you? How did you get here?
Where did we come from?
Wherever shall we go? Where did we go? Stop that. It hurts.
That's not even me. Why are you so useless? Tell me, who are you?
Stop. I can't. Stop.
Always running. Always hiding. You can't reject everything.
I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
No, you can't keep it down. What are you?
I'm
Are you a coward? Are you weak? Or are you...
A man called Stranger. Season 1, Black Collar. Episode 16, Another Town, Undertown. Created by Out of Credits, and starring Whiphand as Packet Tracer, A Confused Mistake as Cupid, Sleepy Badger and Gigahood as voices of the city, Prince as Mook number 3, and finally the Grimbard as me, the Stranger.
Stranger, back it! Oh, shit. Did I do that right? Oh, maybe it was the other plug. Fuck.
Pain racked my entire body. My face was wet, sticky. My head came back stained with blood, red with a little blue glinting within. My eyes were blurry, but I could make out Cupid standing over me with a concerned expression, still holding on to one of the wires that was attached to my arm. A weird sensation was running through me, like I was hyper-aware, hypersensitive. Were the lights more lightier? My sight sharpened to a degree it had never before. My mind, while sluggish at first, was starting to speed up, like an engine gaining thrust. But it was taking a surprising amount of conscious control to keep my thoughts in place, just for a moment.
Same thing. Are you too fucking crazy? You were both having seizures when I got here. If I didn't call Jack, you would have been lights out.
I'm alright.
Oh, rot, my head.
Oh, you're so lucky to be alive.
I'm not sure that I am. I feel really weird.
Probably just the soul dump. It's the kickback from the heart eject. You'll be fine in a moment. Bah. Ah, man, I can still taste colors. Fucking hate green.
No, like, I think I can hear your heartbeat and see your breath. You should lay off the caffeine.
Okay, that's new. That's not a thing.
That doesn't sound good. What the fuck were you doing? Walking the unknown bomb into a literal box of unstable energy.
I took him to Tartarus first.
Are you actually fucking insane?
No.
Possibly, but unrelated. If something was gonna go wrong immediately, it would have been out there, where damage wouldn't be noticed or
what?
be mitigatable.
If I wasn't too busy not being able to feel whatever's going on, I'd be miffed. Stop.
Hey,
Oi,
stop.
Stop
Hold
that.
still.
Don't
Look
touch
at me for a second.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to read your aura. Would you fucking hold I'm trying to look into your eyes.
Stop. You're trying too deep, and it's weird.
Yeah, she did that to me once. Didn't like it either.
Cupid grabbed a hold of my chin with a surprisingly strong hand. I tried to look away as her purple eyes seemed particularly bright and intense. A shimmer of magic swirled in her pupils like a cloud as it pulled me in. moment, it was like being wrapped in a vortex of pink energy. My physical senses dulled out, felt like I was drowning. A torrent of worry and anger washed over me. It felt unreal, unmine. It took me a moment to realize that it wasn't. This wasn't me at all. It was all Cupid. I could feel a wave of sorrow bubbling underneath the surface, threatening to burst. But whatever I was doing instinctively turned me away as I tried to focus in on myself like when I'm mystified.
Not what I expected. Would you look at that? You really are full of surprises.
I looked around. I was unaware I had form, much less ears or eyes. But as I thought, I looked down, and I was there. Not in my streetwear, but some kind of suit. Not exactly corporate, more stately, sleek, like being wrapped in a blanket of official-looking shadows, with really fitting red trim.
This is unusual. Are you okay, Spacer?
Am I hearing you? Oh, am I hearing me? I can speak. Alright. What the fuck?
What the fuck indeed, Spacer? What the fuck indeed?
Whoa! What the... broken shards. The pink swirl began to slow, and a dark purple shadow began creeping in, like tendrils through the clouds, intermingling with the vortex. The mess of magical energies around me parted, and Cupid was there, clad in a sleek red dress. Her hair was pulled up into a style I'd never imagined her holding still long enough to have put in place, and she stepped with caution as she came through the vortex towards me.
I don't know about you, but this feels very weird. I've never had this happen quite like this.
What even is this? Where are we? Wait, no. Priorities first. We are going to talk about that dress.
Look at yourself. You look like a corporate asshole. A corporate spacer asshole.
I know, right? This doesn't feel too weird though. Kind of like when I go all misty. What is all this then?
When I try to aura check you, it looks like I got pulled in too deep, which, to be honest, I should be entirely too skilled to have happen.
Well, I didn't do anything.
You didn't? Are you sure? Why are we here then?
And here is...
When I peeked at you, it must have opened the door, because wearing my... Well, think of it like a physical manifestation of my soul.
Oh. Sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I don't think.
This is exceedingly strange because you stopped here at the precipice. You went a little further, you would have soul gazed.
I can make an educated guess on what that is. I can feel it.
I can feel you holding back. I appreciate that. I'd prefer no one goes poking around my soul.
The swirling colors around us slowed from the massive vortex to a slower stream. It was pooling at our feet, leaving us standing in it, but surrounded by an endless white void.
What's unusual is that I could barely get a proper look at you.
Why not? I didn't do anything in particular to block it.
Something did. Well, either something was blocking me, or you have the most creative mental and soul defenses I've ever seen. Or...
I don't like hanging ores. Or what?
Honestly, stranger, I am not sure. Like, this is wild. It's a big galaxy, and I'm sure many strange things happen with an explanation, but I do not have one for you.
You're not making any sense.
Neither do you. You're an enigma wrapped in impossibility. What I saw looking at you wasn't impossible per se, yet... Well, it's just impossible, okay?
I hear that a lot, but it doesn't mean much, does it?
I don't know, because I don't understand what I saw. Flashes, parts, fragments... None of it makes sense together.
Well, I hate to ask, but, anything worrying?
Honestly?
Preferably. Why? Have you been lying until now?
Yes. A lot.
Lying?
No! What I saw.
Oh. That bad.
Look, stranger, I don't know what I saw. I don't know if it was actually even you, because it didn't feel like it. But I saw some things that I'd imagine whoever it was doesn't want anyone knowing.
What do you mean it doesn't feel like me?
Oh, how do I explain this to someone with no context? The thing we call magic is a metaphysical energy from a place we commonly know as the flow of things. In there, in its natural state, it's known as Itarmium Masu. But when pulled from there, the magic is no longer pure, not tainted, but colored in some way or another. Different people, colored in different ways, can only influence it in specific ways. Usually, this is referred to as aspects of magic. It's often like a magical signature, nearly impossible to hide or change if someone who knows what they're doing is looking.
Aren't the weird natural-born gifts we get called aspects?
Oh boy. You are thinking of Telthorian aspects, which we are not born with, and the fact you don't remember even that is slightly worrying. Telthorian aspects is a misnomer of sorts. The traditional name is Telthor's Touch, because you get one when reaching maturity from Telthor himself. They are tied to the spectrum of the flow of things and are used with magic, so many people just refer to them as aspects in and of themselves. But they are not the same thing as what I'm talking about.
Wait, I met a god? The god?
Telthor isn't the god. He's not even the god of the Telthorians. Telthor and Talmit are the gods. And even then, they're only some of the gods of the universe.
You're not messing with me, are you?
Stranger, I am a fully trained and anointed shaman of my clan, a strenuously trained witch doctor, and had the highest education possible for a Telthorian not literally sitting on the council of guiding houses.
And yet you fall asleep on my raggedy couch at least once a week. But let me guess, you know what you're doing.
To a degree you clearly don't understand. If I didn't, this, all around us, gone. You would have swallowed me by now.
Yeah, you're saying that, but I'm not actually doing anything. So how am I almost doing that?
Because looking into you was like looking down a very deep and very empty well, stranger. The kind that doesn't just stare back, it swallows you up and does not spit you out.
That is mean.
Hey, I mean it in the nicest way possible. You're clearly not an empty shell, but you're definitely empty. Very empty.
If I say that doesn't make any sense, then,
I'll say neither does anything about you.
well, only hells. Ain't nothing I can really do about that.
You're very nonchalant about this.
Really? Because I think I'm being very chalant. The exact perfect amount of chalant, actually. You want me to be scared, angry. I don't know what's going on any better than you, but I can tell you one thing for sure. Whatever is going on with me isn't going to solve our jobs, and it's not going to get us paid. It's not going to get me what I want, And it's definitely not going to solve the headache I'll have when all of this is done.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know anything. No one does. So I'll make do with what I might know, and I'll just plan accordingly to what may come. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't do that. How did you do that?
I just kinda knew you'd say that.
Well, you clearly saw something in my soul then.
Definitely something, to say the least. Well, shall we leave?
Wait, hold it. Does this change anything?
Of course not. We all have our secrets. It would be pretty fucking hypocritical of me to judge you and yours. Whatever that may be.
Well, thank you, I guess. So, leaving.
Look into my eyes again and please try not to squirm so much. Magic's like a fucking tornado.
I met her bright eyes with mine and she smiled at me as all the colors began to fade away. I felt my eyes blink and I was back in my office, staring into Cupid's purple irises. Her hand retreated slowly from my face and she turned away, shaking her head and rubbing her temples.
That was a trip. I'm going to have to meditate all night after that.
You guys alright? You went all silent and frozen there for a moment. Think you got paler somehow.
Stranger is fragmented beyond what I imagined, and I don't even know how to explain it.
Wait, like a soul crazed? I mean, that would explain a lot.
Yes and no. Similar, I guess? I don't know. I'm a shaman. I deal with traditions and supernatural stuff, not whatever you are. No offense.
Maybe I'm like, recovered soul crazed. That's possible, right?
Yes, but I've seen the souls of those. Yours is not like that.
Well, I'm gonna go drink now if you don't mind. Packet, radio, please.
Well, tall, dark, mysterious, and seemingly very dangerous over there aside. Thanks for the save, Cupid. Oh, fuck, what time is it?
It's past noon. You both missed brunch, so I came looking. Lucky for you, you fucking short-circuited, burnt-out half-wits.
I'm the half-wit? You just basically soul-gazed him, and even I know that's fucking dangerous. For all we know, he's literally the devil.
Ayo, what?
Or a devil.
For the love of the gods, man, don't jinx me like that.
Good point. You could be anything from an outworlder to a being of power to a literal mutant cyborg clone or something.
Oh yeah, that's not going to jinx it worse.
I'm trying to overload the jinx so it resets.
Is that how that works?
Definitely not. Not even close.
Well, you're the shaman, so you'd know. But I'm pretty sure it works.
Yes, I do. And no, not like that.
In my defense to all of this, I'm being very reactionary, and I have no idea what just happened. Like at all today. Not a clue.
What did just happen? Where were you diving, Tracer?
We hit Evo's databanks and... Ha! Connection still active and untraced. Worth it.
Bionet's messages are blowing up right now about a massive leak. That was you two? Are you insane?
No.
Yes. We needed something to get them off our trails. Not gonna lie, it got sketched for a moment. Fortunately, my Aziri stranger here behaves in the soulscape exactly like he does in the material plane.
That being?
Defying logic and reality. Kinda unfair. Kinda don't understand it. Kinda hate it, to be honest. But too useful to do anything about at the very moment.
I don't think you realize what you've caused. DCP is losing their minds. Supposedly tons of medical data was hacked. Soul techs are going to be sifting through it for weeks. Weeks are going to be massive. You might have just dropped a massive payday. We could have bled this for weeks.
We needed something like the Pandemonium to get in. Even if they rape their servers, we should be safe. And I've technically got corporate immunity for all matters of Soulscape and Bionet security anyways.
Is there a difference?
You ever ask a question that dumb again, I will slap your soul right back into Tartarus.
Alright, we get it. I'm stupid and don't know things. You could have just said yes.
The Bionet is like the Soulscape's normal older brother who just finished reinventing himself through a midlife crisis.
And that crisis would be the crash.
No, that was the troublesome teenage years when his nickname was the Digiplane, but he's embarrassed about it now because we used analog tech. Now we use digital and cyber on the Bionet Soulscape, which is definitely so much cooler.
You know, all of this is actually surprisingly simple. Except for the whole soul connecting part.
Don't worry about it. What we should worry about instead is how easy it was for me to get into Evo's database.
You're in already? How?
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience, to be honest. Like, look, I'm just in. Like, in. Did you know the Marshal has a birthmark shaped like a handprint on his left ass cheek? Well, now you do.
Can I unlearn that? What button do I hit to unlearn that?
Good luck trying. Now, Cupid, what info have you brought me? I feel some cross-referencing coming.
What I was going to say at brunch is, so you know that damn stuff you were looking into.
Kinda hard not to. It seems rather central, pivotal even to this plot.
But do without the sarcasm here. I'm trying to paint a picture.
He's just being testy because he's found out he's complicated. Don't mind him.
You don't know the half of it.
And I don't want to.
Anyways, I digress. I perused around about it. Not a thing in the underground. Not really.
At all? That's surprising.
It is the underground. All sorts of things down there. I'd assume they just have something better, or at least more accessible. Candy is pretty popular down there, and it's basically the same difference as pharmaceutical drugs. Except for, you know, they taste really good.
One could theorize, yes, but we know that the DAM stands for Discontinued Assorted Medical Serums, which they're using as a code name for something called Experium.
Not super clear on what this one particular nearly century-old drug was, or why it was so notable, but continue.
From what I can gather, it was always some sort of experimental prototype that was going to be pushed on worker wage slaves. But after the first few rounds of testing, it seems to have been backburnered. Permanently and expediently.
Any idea why?
Mutations, soul decay, muscle decay, mind decay. Loss of senses, loss of mind, also organ liquidation, hair regrowth, but like at an uncomfortable rate. Sudden and unstable rage, onset sadness. I mean, the list of side effects really could go on. No one knew shit about this kind of tech back then.
So tech boomed pretty well in, what, 500-ish years?
Adversity pushes innovation, and boy was there a lot of adversity.
So this Experium drug could have been shelved due to the branding, or a symptom thereof. We don't really have any way of knowing.
Well, exactly 0.7 seconds ago, I got access. So let's see. Experium, you say? Hold on. Insert clever line about searching through illegal files. This has taken a moment. Pretend I said something funny about cracking databases. Data asses, it was right there.
Please have whatever words come out of your mouth next. Not complicate this anymore. Packet. I don't like it when you do this.
Trying really hard to figure out how to word it and not make it sound worse. Give me a second.
Just out with it.
So what I'm seeing here is this MacGuffin wasn't just a prototype they backburnered. Have any of you heard of something called Project Soul?
For the record, I really already hate where this is going. Nothing that has that acronym for a name is going to be pleasant.
That is always the case. I've never heard of it, but unless it has something to do with running in the shadows, I'm not likely in the loop.
Can't tell what it is. Whatever it is, it's so sealed that Evo wasn't even allowed documentation of it after the fact.
Then why are you asking?
Because there's a reference to it in the Experium file. Mostly that it was being made in tandem for it.
Is there anything else connected?
Most of it is greatly redacted. Gonna have to get a bit more specific.
Locations?
Redacted.
Anyone in charge of the operation? The division, maybe? Anything like that?
Redacted. Redacted. Oh man, super redacted. Not even sure there was ever information there to begin with.
That's just not a good or subtle sign.
There's some random personnel not fully redacted out, but it's like they were left there to obfuscate real details even further. It's people from random delivery drivers, janitors. A lot seems to be dead as well on preliminary research. It's gonna take me a while to go through it all.
Can you get, or maybe you already have, some kind of list of the experimentees?
Actually, I do. Most names are at least somewhat redacted, but I've got first names and last initial.
That might be something. I'm gonna send you a file. Cross-reference the name on it with anyone in yours.
This is an official list from the Ensign Incident Report. How did you get this? Even I don't get this.
I know someone who knows someone. I asked them to ping me if some particular names like our own pop up anywhere we wouldn't want them to. And when they told me about Stranger this morning, they also had this list handy.
We already saw the witness list. What difference does this one make?
These are way different. God damn, this is some stuff. Official scans from the city infrastructure, schedules, delivery routes.
Mass surveillance. Love it. God, I hate this fucking place.
And this is why freelancers and soulless stick to the underground unless it's on a job. You always gotta risk being caught on surveillance, so it's really not for everyone up here. How did you get this? It should have caught anyone without a security clearance on their soul brand and flagged them.
I have my ways. It wasn't easy.
Hey, speaking of people with bad soul brands, guess what I got a list of?
That was not a great transition.
Don't break my flow. Right, check this out. Most of this is your average workers, miners, diggers, that sorts. Then you've got middle managers, executives. A lot of it gets blotted out for security and secrecy reasons, but bam! Funnily enough, this is a very specific and predetermined group of people to be so heavily redacted.
So what's special about them?
Well, at first I thought nothing. Maybe unfortunate death, maybe workplace accidents. But if we cross-reference the amount of unusually redacted names with the redacted from Evo files,
If that's a match, it's something, but not a lot to go on. We're going to need names, dates, locations.
we might not have their names, but now we've got timeframes to match their schedules. Look for mirroring information, cross-referenced metadata with some old records we just acquired from Evo, and according to this, everyone on this list was in or at least near an Evo clinic or mobile team reported to have participated in a series of drug trials. A series exclusively used on a group of people made up of lower income or soulless.
That could mean a lot of things.
Could, but this says they were essentially test subjects.
For what?
And we're gonna do some more cross-referencing. But I feel either a connection or a massive coincidence is about to hit, and hold on, a lot of things were being tested back then, with a massive amount of data. A lot of them didn't make it to mainstream sales either. There we go. Alright. It seems this damned MacGuffin serum thing was being pushed for a while before it, well, suddenly wasn't. Judging by the rather sudden cutoff date, and using, let's say, this huge pool of Delvers types, yeah, this is lining up pretty well.
Delvers specifically. Why?
They seem to be the largest group. Doesn't say why, just that a few thousand were treated and returned to work. Their progress in reaction to it was supposed to be observed, but nah.
But what?
I don't know, man. Either someone is wiping records cleaner than I've ever seen, or documentation just kinda stops. No official order, no council board ruling, not even something from the Empire. Just presto, no more records or any data trail I can find.
Well, that's not ominous.
No, you know what is though? There's a list of names you gave me related to the recent events.
Tell me we at least have something, a match.
No, not to the Evo files yet. I'm decrypting as fast as my software can for now, but otherwise, I'm a genius.
And how so, Packet?
Instead of waiting forever for names of those redacted, I'm checking overlap in repeated locations of names we do have in the ensign reports. Because if you're observing a test subject, where do you check in on them?
At home, at work, and wherever they may change schedule.
My thoughts exactly. Easy to tell the former. Now we know we want the Delvers, so probably those in what we now consider the boundaries of Undertown. Maybe some of the east side? We used that to build a network. Now let's remove anyone not fitting out the old medical profile, known identities to the cases, and voila, look at that.
Ah, I see. Oh, wait, no I don't. What am I looking at? Looks like some kind of web of some sort. Oh, wait. I see what you're trying to do here. I can see 2, 3, 4 big hotspots.
That would be our connection between them and the attempted ganger hit on the arcology. Not just hotspots. Heavy correlation between several groups.
To a point, it's literally too many to be a coincidence.
How do you quantify that?
To be fair, a few of the links are now dead. The one you blasted, the one found dead inside of the lab. Soul Craze got one. Team Tau got some. A couple more in the attack Stranger got shot in.
I was going to guess, but I don't have to. The receptionist is another one. New hire, empty history, the inside woman.
So let's assume it was partially an inside job. Why? To what end?
I suppose it's a revenge plot? I mean, I'd be pretty mad if my parents were screwed over before the rules were made, and then left in the dust because it was easier than dealing with the consequences.
Why attack a random lab? That's not where this damn stuff is made. Whether they're trying to get more or stop it, it all seems like wrong place, wrong time.
I've got a connection. I am tracing as many of their serial numbers, numbers of their known comlinks, their families, as fast as I can. As far as it's recorded, most have augments that were implanted on the east side of downtown. Mostly in clinics along the docks, all Evo subsidiaries.
Maybe we are looking at all of this wrong. Maybe the corporation really just is behind all of it.
Couldn't have been Evo themselves. They couldn't care less about Experium. It was defective, and there should be too many better things out there to be worth the R&D. Probably come to the bottom line in the long run.
Then the next logical question is, who specifically restarted the trials? There's gotta be a name. It's gotta be attached to someone, something, somewhere.
Shell company after shell company. Whoever was and did funding this was taking precautions it didn't get back to them. But someone was definitely moving money to make sure it happens.
We're running in circles. How can you tell that it's just a shell?
Well, all manner of things. It's history, taxes, employment rate, payouts, too little detail, details that don't add up, details too perfect. Honestly, man, it's almost more surprising to find a real one.
Then trace them further back or see where the money is going, Mr. Accountant.
I'm like 3 steps ahead of you guys, just waiting for your little not teched out brains to catch up. I can trace them in circles all day long, but it won't get us anywhere. That's the whole point.
And I feel a butt coming.
It's a great feeling. So, but what a lot of people don't think of when they're making false paper trails is to make sure everyone else does as well. Because once there's one slip up, it sends up all kinds of alarm bells, and rooting out everything else is a lot easier. All I need to do is reference what's supposed to be there. Then it's just a matter of fighting hidden data sifting through the false stuff.
I thought you worked for Ensign, not TCP. How do you even know all of this?
Firstly, I work in the cybersecurity department. This is my job. TCP safeguards the Soulscape infrastructure and misuse of it. I safeguard data from criminal use.
Criminal use of which we are doing.
Technically, all three of us are on a job, and I was assigned to help you when needed. So, as my direct superiors, anything I'm ordered to do falls on you to check legalities for.
What? That's not good.
Yeah, it was in the paperwork. You really should read more contracts.
I'd rather die a very slow and painful death.
No, that's the repayment program, and you won't be wishing for a slow death then.
Boys, what will it take for you to focus?
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, good idea. It's on the top shelf, on the left. And one bottle of recuperating rum later.
So, as I was saying, I can't find the originator company or investor. They might not even exist anymore. But since I know where so many of the participants are, I can triangulate where they're from on average. That gives us probably the district, almost down to the neighborhood. From there, it's just a matter of where they go otherwise.
Ah, then it shouldn't be hard to pinpoint them, nor their current employer.
Not when you're me. So we've got a lot of them. If not all, most from the Undertown. And not recent Undertowners either. Some of these guys have arrival dates before I was born.
So we're back to Delvers.
That was gonna be my guess. And where have they been working recently? Triangulating most common areas outside the Undertown. Drumroll, please. It's exactly what you would have guessed. The east side, around the docks mostly. And there's a fair amount as far as the outskirts even.
So, dock workers. Isn't the Eastern Dock, like, not a real dock?
It's a real dock, it's just mainly used for travel and trade between the couple towns or villages across the swamps and bayou, usually by airboat. Unlike the western ports, which Sunken Star uses for the expeditions, East is still a developing area, so honestly could be anything.
And it's had a heavy ganger problem. May was trying to change all that with the old Godfather and get more companies in there, but... well, you know how that went.
Ugh, the very bad, no good briefcase. Don't remind me. But someone in the Undertown has gotta know something then.
Which means you're going to have to go poke around.
That's fine. We're still on contract, so we're getting paid. You coming with?
Hells no, it smells like ass down there. Swamp ass.
Understandable. Pack it?
You just want someone to drive you, don't you?
Obviously, it's like a 2-hour walk from the closer side of the row, and that's not the side we're on. I'm tall, my knees hurt, I've been thrown around like a rag doll all week, and you two drank half my rum.
You get so cranky sometimes, it'll be fine. Pact will drive you, and I'll go see if I can track down the staff involved. We meet at the Chromium tonight, yes? And no almost getting your souls torn apart in the process either.
I took the lead. Somebody's heart.
Live from where the ceiling isn't glass, but you won't hit it anyways. The greatest borough in downtown, West Budswell. It's your late night catch-up, the Bo Logan broadcast. Tonight, a sit-down chat with the mayor. What should you buy today? Music from Halisna, a surprise to blow your mind. News, newsy news, and more news. With OOC House Band, Cold Hard. Now help me welcome to the stage, it's Bo Logan! Hello, and thank you, ladies and gents. I'm Bo Logan, and welcome back to the Bo Logan broadcast. Are you set? Are you bundled up and cozy in your tent shacks? Because we've got a program for you today. But first, let's do a quick recap of the week, shall we? After not one, but actually a couple of quiet weeks, chaos has broken out in the Evo Group Arcology just a couple hours ago. As yet again they've been hit by the collective of hackers in this year's Pandemonium games, leaving data leaks unseen and unheard of before, and leading to the question, does the Platinum Service cover the damages. Down in the streets, it's been quiet, but not the peaceful kind of quiet. The kind of quiet that comes with a new shipment of silencers. I see what teams around the city are overworked, leading to even more of the new ensign enforcers being used across downtown. Speaking of, the downtown mayors have issued a citywide public announcement warning against the use of street ads and stims, notably the new varieties of candies and illicit stims flooding the scrolls. And on that note, with us our first guest is the East Side Mayor. Well, hello there, Mr. Mayor. Welcome and thank you so much for making the time. I know you must be a busy man after all, and after all the mess left behind by your predecessor.
Yes, thank you, Bo. It's been a pleasure to be here, getting to speak to you directly, to the people of this great city, of whom's dying, the mayor beside, sir.
Fancy words there, Mr. Mayor. Are you buttering me up for the elections already? I figured you'd be safe after the whole issues at hand.
You don't have to dance around the topic, Bo. There's been controversy, questions around my predecessors and their activities.
That's putting it mildly. Are you going to elaborate for us?
Yes. He was indeed a clone, created from imprinted memories taken from me. While it's still under investigation, we don't know who set it into motion. Only that it was an attempt to take over the East Side and thwart my plans.
Well, that's quite the news drop, Mr. Mayor. Well, this might be obvious, but for those who might not be watching, you're saying you're also the clone, or are you the original?
Yes, I am. The original, that is.
Then a follow-up question is, what is the difference between you and the last one?
Well, Bo, as the East Side is more than well aware of the sudden about-face he made for my future plans before, his nature was discovered. Since my absence, the East Side is not to become a hive of scum and villainy. I still stand by my original plans before the attempted sabotage. There will be changes coming to large swaths of the city.
Is that so? What kind of promises is the bureaucracy making now? Your last ones were quite mind-blowing, most would say.
Don't be so pessimistic, Bo. I, along with the other mayors, have ordered for a legion more of the new enforcers to be sent to our ensign forces in the streets. New regulations and checkpoints for all low-level soul brands.
Well, that is quite the turnaround, and you're quite confident this will work.
Not only am I confident, but we're not stopping there. Next, we'll be tackling the leftovers of organized crime directly. We're revamping the judicial systems and punishment regulations. The SCT megacorporations are showing promise in the negotiations, and I feel that any day it'll be...
My God, are we still rolling? I don't know if you saw that at home, but if you're only listening, the mayor was just assassinated once again, this time on live TV. His brains are covering the backdrop, his blood is on my face, and his body is missing its upper half. But the real disturbing thing here is not the murder, but the show of such force to kill such an important corporate so openly. The question I imagine on everyone's minds right now is who's behind it? Who would dare? I believe we need to cut to an ad break. The last thing before we do. bad skelemarketer. Like always, I will stop you and your evil ancient ways of death, doom, and total annihilation.
But alas, Section Man, you cannot stop me with your sidekick destroyed. You are alone, and I have brought backup of my own for an epic escape.
There's nothing you can do to get away from me. I'll chase you to the ends of the world with my... Huh? What? What is going on here?
You can't get your Section Man.
Yes, I can. You can't get away from me.
But Action Hero Man, how are you going to chase us? Yeah!
I'm just going to get into my car and... Oh no, vile villains! What have you done? Why is there suspicious green goo all over my steering wheel?
Yeah! We've outsmarted you yet, Action Hero Man. Forgot one crucial thing.
No! How could I have forgotten something of such importance?
Action Man, you fuck. You didn't renew or answer the calls for your extended car warranty. Now your wheels are near toast.
So you're saying all of this was preventable with insurance?
Yes. For only a small monthly fee of 10,000 credits, GGF Motors will make sure your vehicle is usually in a condition to make it anywhere, anytime. But conditions may apply. No more missing those late night rendezvous, running late to those pesky morning meetings, or not being able to chase your arch enemies ever again. Yeah.
No way!
Obligatory. Yeah. Of course. Need a new bike to impress the ladies at the office? A hot rod to soothe your mid-century worries? A new ride that will fit the entire family? GGF Motors high-tier cold fusion insurance guarantees that when your vehicle breaks down, repeatedly, explodes rather suddenly, gets shot up by ensign deputies, or is otherwise less than minimally drivable, we will cover up to a quarter price on a new vehicle, the death of 1.5 passengers, or at least one of those smelling, dangling air freshener things, and one bobblehead of your choice.
Unbelievable! And all of that comes with the Gotta Go Fast Motors high-tier cold fusion insurance package? A package so cheap any respectable salaryman like myself can get?
Oh, absolutely! But it gets even better! Yeah! GGF Motors and Evo Group are offering an exclusive deal to members of the Platinum Tier Health Insurance and GGF Motors High Tier Cold Fusion Insurance members. The sweet, sweet, low extra payment of 30,000 credits a month. The corporations ensure that its members can rent up to 2 new cars a week from our premier reinforced summer catalog. If said member has suffered a near-fatal vehicle accident or has had a recent surgery leaving them unable to walk for more than 5 clicks. Warning, GGF Motors is not liable or responsible for random acts of the gods, not a vigilante justice, collateral damage from soul grace, unforeseen infrastructural collapse, prophesized infrastructural collapse, rifts in the space-time continuum, then through computer hacks, soulscape attacks, or other sudden inexplicable damages from seemingly nowhere.
Get back here, you vile villains!
See you later, Action Hero Man! Yeah! Eat our extended warranty dust, Action Hero! Yeah, fucker!
Will Action Hero be able to avenge his fallen sidekick? And will he catch up to the no-good, very bad skelemarketers? Input your insurance code to watch the next...
Your brain plus candy. Your brain plus drugs.
Oh yeah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Your brain, your choice. Choose drugs.
Okay, kids, next question. You've got to get home in 6 hours, but The rail's out of service, so you have to walk through 2 gang forts. The acid rain has been falling all week and you forgot your umbrella. And there's an active dial of verbal threats in downtown. What route do you take? Little boy? Little boy?
Do I go through the east side?
Oh, silly little boy, you don't have a gun. How will you get through there?
But I don't want to use a gun. I don't want to hurt people. I want to build things and make better tomorrow, bridge people of different race and creed together.
Well, that's very sweet, little boy, but... Oh, dear.
Oh no, young female teacher. That's the new Ventura Arms Active Shooter Alarm 2.0 with active threat, tier danger, and weather alarms for up to 15 clicks away from its installed location. What should we do?
This little boy is why you should always have a Ventura Arms Street Line Series handgun. A gun for every occasion. Now, kids, line up your carbon fiber steel reinforced decks and form the firing line. A mark count. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fire!
Never let your kid be caught lacking, so keep them stacking. Ventura Arms, get good, get a gun.
It was a long ride from the downtown all the way into the Undertown, even hitting all of the speedways. Lines of mega buildings and endless streets passed us by, getting denser and taller as we neared the center of said city, all in the shadows of Uptown and the skylines. But we didn't drive up to that part of the city. No, we took the speed ramps down. It was only technically underground because it literally sat in the massive hole-turned society that was beneath the raised city center of Midtown, Uptown, and the skylines. The security point had no line going in, but we passed a line of cars waiting to leave, and they were anything but patient to be let out and into downtown. I can understand. It'd been a couple of hot minutes since I was down here, and I was already getting traumatic flashbacks just from the wafting smells alone.
Be quick, yeah? I don't like to linger down here. There's no ensign station nearby either, so you're on your own.
I take their money, not their help. It's got you so jumpy. This place isn't nearly as bad as the underground.
Famous last words.
That's so.
The underground might be for people with a death wish, but the Undertown is where you go when you fail even at that. Cops don't want to be here. Freelancers don't want to be here unless they're taking advantage of the black market. I don't want to be here. Not any longer than we absolutely have to.
Alright, I get it. Isn't there at least checkpoints around here? There's at least some ensign presence.
Just because this place is supposedly regulated doesn't mean it's enforced. If you got shot 3 feet from the checkpoint, they'd leave you to bleed. Hells, even if you got shot within one, they'd secure the area and terminate the threat first.
Okay, so no ensign help. Wouldn't want it anyways.
Aside from mine, of course.
You don't count since you're not really a corporate. You're, man, what's with all these terms? Which one?
Contractor, technically. I was a freelancer. Now I'm under permanent contract. Just enough in the gray so I can do their dirty work, and just legal enough so I could get a salary.
Right, well, there's nothing to worry about anyway. I'm just gonna go poke around, quietly, and if you keep your head down, no one's gonna look at you twice.
In a car this nice? We've already passed 4 guys eyeing it up. You got a gun, right?
I sure do. Got a new one this week. And I'm not being stupid and leaving it at home.
Anymore. What kind is it?
It's, one of the street lines.
I ask again, what kind?
You know, Ventura Arms, the whole get a gun thing.
And for the 3rd time, I asked the hooligan ashing in my car, what kind?
I don't know, man. The kind that shoots bullets. A fucking handgun.
So you're saying you have a new gun that you're sure is Ventura Arms, and you think it's a handgun? Just let me see.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Just let me see.
Why?
Why are you being weird about it?
I'm the one being weird about it.
Show me your goddamn gun.
Alright, fine. Here, look.
Don't hand it to me. Put it on the dashboard.
I thought you wanted to see it.
I don't see with my fucking hands now, do I? Besides, in case you do something you shouldn't, which I'm willing to bet you're already planning to do, I don't want my prints on it. I'm fully in the system now. Don't want to burn this brand. As we just covered, it gets paid.
Okay. Here, look.
Where did you get that?
That one I bought with my last paycheck. I've also got this one, which I got from...
If the next words out of your mouth are you stole it, I'm turning around.
Well, more so someone, dropped it out the back of a moving truck into my open arms. Yeah, let's go with that.
You're a moron. That's a nice gun, but it's definitely registered. And it's electronic, so if you piss off anyone remotely techie, they're gonna brick it on you.
Oh, that's bad, right? That means I can't use it.
It means it'll be about as useful as a brick. Get one of those old school revolvers or a 6-shooter for backup. Try actually going into Ventura Arms. They got good stuff at good prices. And they treat you like family and all that.
I already have a Ventura Arms gun. Are you paid to be a walking spokesperson? Or are you just always such a tool?
Ventura aren't that big, and if you prefer, there is Hamada. They're a company, not a corporation. Slight but very defined difference. Secondly, you are new here and don't know anything. If we're gonna be making this a regular thing, you need to get up to speed with the city life. Fast. I'm not dying because you're a stubborn spacer. That's how you end up a delver.
Oh, thank you, actually. That's kind of you. Is Marshall paying you to do this?
Yep, 5% extra. Yep, 5% extra. Sees you as an asset and wants to cultivate the relationship. Sector 9 is pretty fucking rough on the best of days for the cops. And the need for guys like you and me is getting more apparent every day to them. Those not corrupt as the holy hells, that is.
Well, I'll just pretend you didn't just refer to me as little more than a number on a spreadsheet.
Good, because that's the kindest way most will refer to you. Anyways, we're here. Ping me when you're ready to leave. I'm gonna go get a drink. You want anything?
A Java, cream and sweetener, no soy stuff or anything synthetic.
Down here? That's like 15 credit. Damn, and I'll get you a manservant named Jeff while I'm at it. You'll get what you get and you'll complain later.
Fine, just don't worry about it. We're about to get paid again anyways. And I'll only be a moment. To be fair, the Undertown didn't look nearly as bad as the underground. The air was fresher, if only slightly. The huge hole this place was situated in was underneath the upper layers and had several, what must have been old support beams of sorts, were now retrofitted to fit long buildings that stretched from below sea level to up where downtown and the upper layers were. With my new shades highlighting a path, it was a lot less awkward than it was before, and it got me straight to a populated market. It was different than the ones up top or further underground. Rows of items and artifacts I didn't recognize were on display. Shop fronts had loose augments of different builds hanging around. All technological devices that seemed bulkier and heavier than what was common today. Know what most of it was and perused for a bit. Now being most interested in was the cute vendor calling me over.
Why, hello there. I haven't seen you before around here. First time?
You remember every person that buys from you.
Oh, those tall, dark, mysterious types. See anything you like?
I see a lot of things I like, but unfortunately, that's not what I'm here for.
Oh, and what might that be? Maybe I've got what you're looking for in the back.
Well, I'm sure you do. Wait, no, focus. I'm not exactly looking for a item or person, per se.
Oh, well, if you're looking for a good time, I'm off in a couple hours and there's a nice place down the way.
As fun as that sounds, I'm supposed to be meeting a contact somewhere over there. Shouldn't take me long, but I have a friend waiting, so don't want to keep him. So how about just some information instead?
I just happen to have a very pretty friend who I'm sure can join us. And if it gets you back soon, let me show the way. Where you headed?
Gotta see a man about some contracts. You know how it goes. He's supposed to be in, the Crown Lows? Is that a place? A street, maybe?
That's just a couple blocks off. 3 up, 2 right, but that's Delver territory, isn't it? You're dealing with those guys, are you? You don't look corporal.
Delvers, like the guys who go into ruins. Was hoping he was going to be a dock worker or something, to be honest.
Could be. You can never tell what's coming out of the Undertown ghettos, but you sure what you're doing down here? You seem a little out of your element. Freelancer that's never worked here before then.
Investigator. Independent.
Oh, like some sort of detective?
No. Independent investigator. Contrary to my appearance and seeming general lack of knowledge, I carry myself pretty well in these situations. Must have had a pretty rough time before I got here. Really not sure though.
You don't know? Are you okay?
Who knows? Who's really to say?
Well, hold on. Let me come and help and I'll walk with you.
Wait, no. Oh. Well, what's the worst that could happen? You walked with a light skip in her step. I didn't know it was from joy or whimsy, but I followed her silently for a couple of blocks. The buildings around us got newer the further in we went. Metal was less salvage. There were more advertisements and neon lights. Some of it seemed to be built directly into the makeshift metal sides of the giant pit. I can only imagine the nightmare it must have been to stabilize all this leftover wreckage. But they seem to have done a remarkable job of it. Remarkable enough that it didn't seem like a place Delvers I was looking for would be. Are we close? I thought you said it was only a few blocks.
Oh, I just thought we'd pick up my friend on the way. You know, the pretty one? For the one waiting for you. We're just about there.
This is near where I wanted to go. Didn't really want to go out of the way or...
Oh yes, it's quite nearby. You were going to the chains, weren't you?
No. I was going to the Crown Lows.
Oh, right, of course. It's also nearby.
Is it now? Where is here exactly?
Right where my friend lives. Why don't you wait here one moment while I get her?
Wait, no, you get back... Aw. Broken shards. Oh, yeah, this one was kind of on me.
Got you good, didn't she?
The pretty friend, I assume. That's not what I would call you. Even this is disappointing and not what I hoped for.
Them's ironic. A face only a mother could, you know.
I don't like this.
That's rich, coming from you, isn't it? Wanderer.
Wait, what?
Wanderer. That's your name, ain't it?
No. Why would you think that's my name? That's a dumb name. I don't wander. I stroll. Saunter, even.
Oh, well, Corporal Man said to look out for her. I'm sure you fit that description. You a spacer?
Someone told you to look out for me. This wasn't a random honey trap then.
Well, Corporal Man paid me and Kelly a few kennies to lure you back here if you came by. But, you're not him. Who are you?
Well, I don't really want to tell you now.
How about this? This change your mind?
What's that, like a 22? You're barely gonna bruise a normal guy with that, much less me. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm pretty fine then.
Well, then you must actually be the wandering guy I'm looking for, ain't you?
See, I understand your logic there, but you're looking for a wandering guy. I am a stranger. A man called Stranger.
Ah, that was the name. Stranger. It is you.
Oh, broken shards. Here we fucking go. Every single time it's gotta be something. Let's make this easy. Just tell me who paid you to lure me in.
Can't be telling you that now, can I? You just stand tight there. Fortunately, I already called him.
So it's a him. Well, it can only be so many people. I'd rather not stick around for any of them, so you don't mind.
Unless you're gonna sprout wings and fly, you ain't going anywhere. Take a step and I'll ghost you. Man never said you had to be in one piece.
Well, I really had better things to do, but I guess it's as good of a time as any to start testing some new theories I'm formulating out.
Oh yeah? What's that? Hey, don't move, I ain't kidding. Hey, stop! On the rock!
Ow. Fuck. Oh, that hurts. Ouch. No blood. How about that? I can definitely take a 22 and no blood. Now, how about you?
Ha! All you chromed out freaks are the same. You think you can stop a small caliber?
Note to self, I'm only slightly bullet resistant, and that applies to knuckle sandwiches as well. Now you see here, Ow! Hold on! Man, I'm trying to say something. These really do fucking hurt.
Just hold still, you little street rat. Take a nap, and when you wake up, that corporal man will be here to take you to.
Careful now. Get up slowly.
Oh, come on.
Watch it. I got my iron on you.
Oh, should have guessed. You. I kept my hands loosely at my sides as I came face to face with the ex-SWAT captain. He was wearing a neat private security suit, the same one he traded his ensign gear for. Worn like a muscle man wore their lifting belt, and he was holding just as much iron as a muscle man would. Except for it wasn't for lifting, it was for putting people down.
Get up quickly now, before Johnny gets here.
What now? What do you fucking want from me this time?
As unpleasant as always, I see.
Yeah, you should know. I'm like that when there's a gun on me.
Yeah, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. Keep you cool then, would you?
Much to my surprise, the corporate man lowered the tip of his gun. He didn't holster it, but it being kept loosely in hand was better than pointed at my face.
We can talk like gentlemen for a moment before Johnny gets here and riles you up.
What's your play here, Grizzly? What do you want?
An honest conversation, that's all. That's how all this started, ain't it? I just want to ask you a few questions. You know, just like the old days.
Oh, we're having one of those sneaky conversations without your pet enforcer. How fun.
Johnny ain't no regular enforcer. I know more, he ain't. Haven't you seen any of them new ones yet?
No, and I hope to never have to.
Johnny's a machine of the past, a relic in this time. He's lucky he ain't gotten decommissioned yet. Only been lucky so far because Sunken spent a small fortune to get their hands on him.
At your request, I imagine.
I was convincing, but that put us into a debt. I'm sure you can imagine comes with strings.
Yeah, the executive guy. No doubt you're under, Johnny's walking, talking surveillance, isn't he?
They're trying to keep him together. Till then, as far as we knew, there was no more helping him.
Alright, and why are you telling me?
Because I know why you're here. You're following the trail of the Experium.
Maybe I am. What's it to... the thing that's been helping good old Johnny Boy, huh? How about that? It's all rather connected. Who would have guessed?
It's been the only solution with any progress. Every new version has been coming closer and closer to solving his issues. Permanently.
How so?
Don't play dumb on me now. I know you're here trying to find the test subjects. You know that it's around again. And better.
So what, your plan was to lure me into a trap, ask me politely not to what? What are we doing here?
I ain't asking you, stranger. I'm telling you. You need to stay out of its way. Stay far and clear.
Oh really? And who is this coming from? You? You don't scare me. You don't get to tell me what to do.
Then use whatever little rationale you have rattling around in that middle skull of yours. You want me and Johnny on your tail forever, or worse, he kicks the bucket because you're all high and mighty playing discount detective. He doesn't deserve that. He ain't the bad guy here. And if you get in his way and anything happens to him, I swear I'll hunt you down until the bottom barrel of this city. When I'm done with you, there won't even be dust left to scan for your remnants.
Well, after very little consideration, I would like to say, point in case, you guys are very definitely the bad guys.
Are we now? And what difference is there between you and I? Is it the lack of self-righteousness you flaunt? Pretending you're better, only half working for a corpo? You're just as much of a towel boy as Johnny and me.
Well, I don't go around willy-nilly, setting people up, trying to blow out their brains. You know, like you and Johnny did to me. Several times.
Is that so? And how's that Jack, Mr. Clay, doing? Or the freelancers you led to slaughter?
You have the wrong idea. I didn't have anything to do with that.
No, I think you've been feeding people a mighty amount of dung. I've been watching you, keeping tabs. You're not as uninvolved as you like. You're not any better than any of us neither.
Is this supposed to convince me to help you out?
This ain't me convincing, nor wanting your help. It's your final warning. Get in line, or get out.
In line with... Oh, I hear someone coming.
Well, well, well. The little lizard has scurried out of another hole.
My eyes flickered between the big ex-cop and the hulking cybernetic maniac. My options calculated themselves, and they were... oh so limited. Johnny's eyes were already gleaming in the low light. He jerked unnaturally as liquid, and who knows what else was pumping through his active machinery with every step he came closer.
Oh, don't look at me like that, killer. Don't you miss our little meetings like this?
Keep your glee contained, will you, Johnny? I got it under control.
Do you? Why aren't we dragging him back in chains? Didn't the boss want to speak with him?
I was just bringing him up to speed on the big man's plans. He said he'll come around. Now won't ya, stranger? You won't make us drag you in to talk to the big man, will ya?
Oh, someone's suddenly gone very quiet. Maybe we should beat it out of him?
Fine. I'll put it on the itinerary.
Yeah, you better. And be there soon. He's sick of waiting.
That doesn't really seem like my problem.
You know what is your problem? You think you're too good.
Better than you, at least. Look at yourself. You're falling apart.
Don't you worry about me none. The city thinks they can replace guys like me. But look around you. Broken toys don't replace so easy.
Yeah, sometimes one man's garbage is... well, sometimes just that, you know. In your case.
What you should be worried about is what will happen if you ignore the boss man any further. Because I don't know about Grizzly, but I'll...
Take it easy, Tony. You're ramping yourself up too much too soon again.
I'm fine. Get off me.
Well, hey, don't mind me. I'll just, stand right here, I guess.
Come on, Johnny. We need to get going.
Guess I'll be seeing you guys.
Yeah, you remember, stranger. We'll be back for you if you don't show.
Water was running down the sides of the streets like little streams. I stepped over one. I was flanked on both sides by small hovels made out of sheet metal. Large, dented, rusted plates that must have been salvaged from the wreck this city sat in. It wasn't so chilly, but with the light of the setting sun, it was getting dark. The streetlights around here were few and far between. Local populace didn't seem to mind, and were crowded around small fire pits or burning metal barrels that held dancing blue flames. They were almost uniform in both light and heat. It took me a moment to feel the magic wafting off to realize it must have been burning some kind of canastium waste down here.
Hey you! Hey you over there, mister!
I didn't have time to ponder the health ramifications of that. As I turned around, and a shabby-looking man was standing next to one of the barrels giving me what I think he thought was a discreet signal. No one seemed to be paying any mind, but I don't know why they would be. I pointed at myself and then back at him. He nodded enthusiastically, so I made my way over. He looked like a man with a face for radio, and when he began speaking, he clearly had the voice for a construction site, and the smell of one's latrines.
Hey you there! You're not from around these parts, are you? Where's the user guy at? You finally taking the big sleep?
Do I look that out of place? Everyone keeps
You're
on.
looking like a naked man croc in a droid lingerie shop. Sniffing around, getting ready to pounce on some something, but that ain't knowing you're there, you know?
I understand. I think. Who do you think I am?
You ain't fooling little old wild man Willie here. He knows Corpo when he smells one. Knows one when he tastes one as well. Tastes a little bit like croc, you know.
Understanding less, wishing I understood even less. What makes you think I'm a corpo?
Wily old man Willie sees things, you know. He sees the Corpo man coming down here every week looking for that Dunder Man dude. Dunder Man dude is an alien, you know, here to buy the Corpo man's secrets.
Technically, aren't we all aliens? This is the Talthorian's second homeworld.
Like alien, man. See, wily old man Willie Bill might look like you and everyone else, but no, old man Wily Willie is a special alien, like Dunder Man. Them old delvers like us ain't like you normal folk.
Oh, I see. Well, wanna smoke?
Oh, please. Old wily man Willie Billy Bob can't say no when the big man comes rolling down to town. Haven't had one since I lost my third lung in the crash.
Oh, well, that's been quite a while then, hasn't it?
You're telling me. And no, not that other crash they had where all them techs and stuff were on the fritz. I mean the big crash. Back in my day, we had crashes like bang. When we called it a crash, it was because the whole sky was coming down and your life was coming down with it.
You've been here since before the Ecumenopolis fell. You gotta be, what, over 500 years old then? You're looking pretty bad for that. You couldn't have been that young when it happened.
I was a spry man in my early hundreds when it all came crashing down. But surviving on what's left took a few years off of more than just my soul.
Huh. What was it like then?
Ain't nothing good, let me tell you there right there now. First, we had to wait for the whole place to settle. You ever been in a box falling from the sky with more boxes?
Can't say that I specifically remember.
Well, let me tell you there's something, mister. It wasn't not ever even the worst part. That was when we landed. Ain't nothing but fire and metal screaming and killing as far as your eye could see. And then, the shaking happened.
That sounds frightening.
You're telling me, feller. The ground was shaking, the sky was shaking, every was shaking but the booty. And the acid rains. Not like today. Not like today. Acid that can torch your skin. Broke down metal, and everything collapsed yet again.
Well, you seem pretty fine now. Isn't that why the corpo guys come around? To get you for work?
Yeah, you're always been coming around. Soon as everything settled and we could have climbed out, we then saw two things. Whole ass planet being swampy, and you corpo folks with contracts and your fancy snacks and your false promises walking about everywhere.
As soon as, huh? You and, that Dunder guy?
Oh man, it's Dunderman.
Yeah, that's what I said. So you and him have been working for the corpos since SAT started. What did you used to do then?
Delve, obviously. Hence what the corporal folks call us. Though I did some digging as well.
That's it. Just, delve.
There then be a lot to delving, you know. Shoveling, cutting, carting, herring, and don't forget, digging.
You were excavating. Where?
Why, what do you think we're standing in? What, you think giant holes and flattened wreckage just be peering out of them nowheres?
Oh, no, that does make sense. I wasn't questioning you by any means. You seem like a very resourceful type. The type I bet was in charge of a whole lot.
You know your stuff there, Chief. Back in my olden days, I was in charge of 20 men of digging. Dunderhead was one of them. We done did the best of digging. Got the best stuff for them corpo folks. So they gave us best of the stuffs they was making back. All the injection and parts you could want. Even installed them free for the boys.
Installed? So, you were like given augments?
The techie stuff. You know when we needed it. Always been losing arms and eyes and ass cheeks down in the ruins. Can't be the best of delving without your little diggers.
Right. I'd bet digging gets hard without them. Did you get any of that techie stuff?
Nah. I don't trust it. And besides the sides, I ain't never lost no little diggers or my stompers, not even one old looking ball.
You didn't, but the others.
Yeah, they been losing all sorts of things. First your diggers, then your lungs, and your tongues, then your shell, and your whole ass mind. Believe me, you never want to see a man without his mind.
Yeah, you never want to lose that. That's why I keep mine at home.
It was tough in times then. They tried giving us them there injections to fix us, but you can see where that led.
Nothing good, yeah. Not the way I personally would have went about it.
Yeah, you see what I'm smelling. You're a smart fuck for a corporal fuck.
Thank you. I guess. How many other delvers like you were there? Are any of them still around?
Yeah, not too many I saw. Not seeing most for years. They're all probably crock shot by now. Never did a listening, did they? Thunderman and Schmitty was the last ones of my old crew of lads.
Schmitty. Schmitty Glods. I know that name.
The corporal's been having filing folders on us, aren't you? Watching me at every turn. Bet you're watching me when I pee. Well, guess what? I'm peeing right now.
Oh, yeah, I can smell that. You should really think on a change of diet. Ugh, well, before I go back to, headquarters, I want to check in with Dunderman. As you said, corporals do. So you mind, pointing me towards him?
Why? One of your corporal fucks already came around here to see him. You're going around and dragging him to the docks again? Last time you dragged him off, he came back all sorts of cut up and burnt. Said your medical mans weren't so nice this time.
What, someone already came? When?
Just a few hours ago. Said they had some new injections to try. Said it might make him feel good, you know.
Did he give you a name?
Did you give me your name?
Okay, that's fair. Do you remember what he looked like?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Would you mind telling me?
Yeah, was a big old guy, swole, you know, like he'd been taking some injections himself. Yet hair like shit and dressed like he couldn't afford no fitting clothes. He had like a weird light coming from his eyes all the time.
Big and swole, so like muscular. Hair like brown hair. Bad fitting clothes, meaning loose or lumpy. And weird light. Cyber eyes. Broken shards. Fuck. Ah, fuck. That sounds like our not so friendly neighborhood ex-enforcer, Johnny. Which means I'm once again another step behind.
Don't you fucking corpo fucks have some kind of group chat so you're not getting all mixed in your head? I swears, people these days ain't using the tech they have.
That's why I'm here. There seems to be a misunderstanding somewhere, and I'd like to apologize to Dunderman in person.
You never apologized to me. All them years of Dandelion, then Gorma, and then Sunken, and never once did none of you damn corpo fucks apologize and say sorry to me.
Whoa. Let me be the first to apologize for...
Ah, phooey. You're no corpo, are you? Ain't no man a corpo gonna apologize or admit fault for nothing, not unless he's gonna be making something on the side, you know?
What? You know what? Alright, you got me. I'm no corpo.
What are you then?
A stranger.
Ain't we all strangers?
Yes, but I'm doing this whole thing where I'm trying to be the stranger.
Oh? You are, aren't you now?
Oh, that's what I said.
Why?
It's a long story. Basically, I don't have a name or a place in the world, yada yada yada. I'm all locked off and distrusting. You know, it's a whole thing.
Sounds deeper than any hole I've ever dug. How's that been working for you, stranger?
Actually, surprisingly well. There's a few questions asked, but you make do. So, this Dunderman guy.
Give me another one of them puff sticks and I'll guide you myself. All easy like. No one down here gonna mess with old Wily Willie Man, Billy Joe Bob. Now don't you see?
It was definitely a change of pace down here. The Undertown this far down was still part of the digging and recycling areas, but its now defunct sites had been turned into another layer of the city, raised and held aloft by remnant mining shafts, carved from chunks of wreckage into makeshift structures that almost passed for mega buildings. Its massive expanses all beneath the thumping rich corporates above. There wasn't much of a door for me to knock on, and the old man was waving at me from the street to just go in. The door gave in as I pushed it. It wasn't actually much of a door, more like a free-form sheet of metal laying against a door frame. Hello? Thunderman? Don't mean to intrude. If you're holding a gun at me, please put it down. I'm just here to... Oh, fuck. Sorry, are you... Hello? Standing in the middle of the dark hut was a humanoid figure I almost missed. I just barely caught it in the shadows from the corner of my eye as I was turning around. Low glow was coming off the front of it, reflecting off the dingy metal walls, and offering but a bare illumination, just enough to see the figure was very unnaturally still. Hey, can you hear me? Oh, fuck this, man. I'm not getting paid enough for this. Fuck.
Stranger, we all good?
Are we getting paid enough to fuck about and see what an unmoving bipedal with an unnatural glow, standing unnaturally still in the dark, in the middle of a shack in the Undertown, is doing?
What?
I did not fucking stutter.
I mean, is he very still? Like, 1,000-yard stare kind of still?
I can't tell. His back is to me, and it looks like his front is shining.
Go look at his face.
How about absolutely not?
Why?
I don't know. How about the aforementioned unnatural stillness? Or the supernatural lighting? Take your pick.
What's unnatural anymore? Maybe he's just a half-breed who sleeps upright. As someone who naps in their chair curled up like a bad crawfish, you shouldn't be judging.
All right. Stay on the line. Call Packet if you hear anything.
Anything? Or do you mean like you screaming anything? Oh, or like your mystery shadow man turning soul crazed, which, by the way, pretty sure most on the list have.
What? Is that a possibility? Like, for it to happen right now? He's not doing any of the weird stuff the others were.
It's not so precise or an exact science, I believe. What's his face look like?
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, just don't do anything to disturb him.
I crept up so slowly, I'm pretty sure I saw a snail trying to pass me. I eventually managed to circle around the figure, giving myself the most berth I could, and bent myself slightly at the waist to try to peer around to his face.
So...
Oh, fuck.
Does this count as anything? I cannot tell if you're being spooked or just in trouble. Are you hiding? Is some horror show shit going on? What's going on there?
Man's face was contorted unnaturally. All the muscles, what was left of his skin, was pulled back into what might have been a smile, a grimace, or a scream of pain, just frozen in its peaking moment. A glow was coming from his eyes. His irises were glowing a faint yellow. I could see them moving rapidly, like he was scanning unseen text floating in the air. But the rest of him remained entirely motionless.
The silence is unsettling. Should I hang up and call Tracer? What's the guy doing?
It sounds like he's breathing, but he's actually just standing very still. His eyes are open, and that's the light.
Oh, holy hells, get out of there.
What? Why? Why now?
That guy is about to go mega soul crazed. You do not want to be the first thing it sees when it snaps back to reality. Start fucking running.
Oh, shit. Alright, fucking hell. Broken shards. Alright, call Packet for me. Tell him to meet me at...
Stranger, can you hear me? Oh, damn.
I lowered my hand very, very slowly. I turned away from the Delver in my frustration, and when I turned back to pass him and leave... His head was bent at a very odd angle, no longer directed at the floor. Mouth was agape at me. A slimy black tongue was hanging out the snarling maw of metal teeth. I froze, hoping against God and fate that it wasn't. Oh, but it was. He was staring at me, bright eyes, glowing a brighter gold by the second. Oh, Ron, fucking damn it. Thank you for listening to A Man Called Stranger. Go leave a like and review wherever you may have listened to the episode. Go. But do it for Stranger. You can also follow us on Twitter at Freedoom News, or join the Discord for updates and behind the scenes stuff. There are 4 more episodes left to Black Collar, which hopefully won't be as late as this one, which came late due to technical difficulties that good news we won't be having anymore, and Stranger is no longer made on a 12-year-old PC. Which is extra good because there's still a season 2, mini episodes, and another project coming soon. And a final thank you to this episode's cast. We didn't have a lot this week, but Krensei, Sleeping Badger, and Gigahood did an excellent job as voices of the city. Whiphand was around as Packet Tracer, and as always, a confused mistake as Cupid. So see you next episode, and until then, keep in mind,
Action man, you fuck.